Caballeros, que fuman.
All right, boys. So as Jimmy said, we are smoking the Aganorsa leaf, Rare Leaf Reserve Maduro. Bueno, as Jimmy says.
Bueno, look at that bad boy right there.
So this is a 6 1/4 by 52 torpedo. As you can tell, for those of you watching on video on YouTube, it is a box pressed torpedo. Has a beautiful Mexican San Andres wrapper. The filler and binder are Nicaragua. So being that this is Aganorsa made, Aganorsa is one of the bigger, better growers in Nicaragua. So they use a lot of their tobaccos in fillers and binders, usually replacing only the wrapper when necessary. Like in this case, Mexican San Andres is not from their farms. The MSRP for this is $14.50, and it comes in 3 sizes: 5 1/4 by 52 robusto, 6 by 54 toro, and this puppy, the 6 1/4 by 52 torpedo. What do you guys? I'll tell you more about the brand in a second, but we just lit them, and I'd love to get your initial thoughts on it.
I'm concerned.
You are, huh?
It's early. I've also been fasting, trying to lose lbs.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's strong, but Terence knows. Terence Reilly.
Terence right now is giggling as he's listening.
He brings me like something soft for me to start off because he says I'm a wimp. But I'm concerned about this, even though I know it'll be fine. But I'm tiptoeing. You should be. You should, because it does have some strength.
No, I'll tell you this.
But it's a very smooth strength. Yeah. You don't like it's not strength in your mouth like a like a cigar that's bad or harsh or peppery or over the. It's not. It's just that you know that strength is going to get you. It's like Gloria Stefan. The rhythm is going to get you. This one is the strength is going to get you.
It is commanding your attention.
Yeah.
It is when your mom, when you were a kid, opens the room and it's a mess.
And open her eyes like that.
And you stop everything what you're doing to see what mom's going to say. That's what... Listen, Terence...
Actually, I think it was more like when you were at someone's house visiting.
Oh, exactly.
And then you did something stupid. And then your mom's eyes just went like and
wait till we get home.
Oh, crap. What did I just do?
I mean, this thing jumps out and front of the line and get your... And I've talked to Terence about this. For me, Aganorsas are strong. I mean, they are strong. They're not overpowering, but they're definitely... They get your attention. I love the way it feels. I'm not a fan of box press, but the fact that it's a torpedo, I think almost cancels it out. It feels good in my hand.
You know, I thought about that when I chose the size that we were going to smoke, because I know you don't like box press because you've said it 1,000 times. But I also know you like torpedoes.
I still will smoke a box press. I still will smoke it, but again, it's...
But I thought about it. I said, let me balance out the box press with torpedo.
It totally does.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely... You know, it's almost... You know, they say that Cuban cigars, and I don't know if this is an urban legend, you know it's a Cuban because it's so strong and it just totally envelops you from the beginning. No, that's the old wives' tale of it. Well, this thing, it said, hey, sit down. We're going to have a conversation. So I'm willing, and I cannot wait to see where this thing goes with this. But it is the Rare Leaf Reserve. Attention.
All right. So I'm going to read a little bit of Terence's words from the press release when this came out. So when we launched, this is Terence speaking. When we launched the Rare Leaf in 2021, the idea was to provide our retail partners who make the commitment to our Aganorsa Select program with a special blend they would have exclusivity on. Due to the success of the original release and our Aganorsa Select retail partners' enthusiasm for it, we are adding Rare Leaf Maduro. That's this guy, Rare Leaf Reserve Maduro. A truly powerful expression of Aganorsa tobacco, and one I haven't experienced before. This blend will make you sit up and pay attention while smoking, or, as we say at Aganorsa, validating. So, Jimmy, you hit on all of Terence's points.
And listen, and honestly, I did not read that quote. This was just my one man's humble opinion when I fired it up. But yeah, it definitely.
What about flavor? What about flavor notes? What are you guys getting? Wait, hang on a second. Hang on. I just looked at everybody's cigar. I went straight cut. Ivan, show yours.
Let me.
I'm a wet smoker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Both of you guys are very, very...
I'm a wet smoker.
Dickman cutter.
You went Dickman cut. And then look at Jimmy.
And I went V cut.
Jimmy went V. I saw it right now. I was like, wait a second.
I love Vs. So I think the reason why I do it is that a lot of my friends don't do V cuts. So it always makes me, you can always tell which one's mine.
Yep.
Now, granted, not that I've ever had somebody grab my cigar by mistake, but I don't know. It's just, I'm not OCD. I don't have that ADD.
I know which your cigar is always. When I'm looking at the ashtray, it's like, yeah, the wet one is Jimmy.
I am a bit of a
The one that needs a raincoat is Jim's cigar.
It is.
Stay away from that one.
It is, yeah. It is. There's definitely some humidity over my cigar, yeah.
So, but back to flavor notes. Sorry, I cut off the flavor note conversation. So
I had written down smooth black pepper right from the beginning. So it doesn't feel like a very like pepper bomb, like red, like cayenne situation here. So it's very smooth. Again, there is some like underlying like strength there, but there's like a almost like a tad bit of licorice, black pepper, wood. It's starting off very nice.
Yeah, I do get some really nice dark chocolate though. It's back there. I mean, I agree with all the notes you said, but in the retro hill, you get this really nice chocolatiness that I enjoy.
Is there any special blends in this blend that make it rare, as opposed to like, let's say, their signature or something?
No,
like that?
I think that what. And I may be speaking for them, and I may be wrong here, but I think that it's select tobaccos that they have, like a little. If you've been to Aganorsa before, they have all the because they sell a lot of tobacco to a lot of different companies, and then they have the piles or the pilones or the bales that they keep for themselves, and then out of those they have like these specially selected bales these are excellent.
Right.
And so, but I believe that most of the tobacco in this in the filler is from Jalapa, which is that sweeter tobacco that is not as earthy as, let's say, Estelí tobacco, right? So
I thought it was like when they first came up with their first iteration of the rare leaf. I thought it was like
burgundy
obscure. I thought it was like, okay, no, they're using like obscure tobacco, like some weird like strain or something like that, but that wasn't the case.
Well, listen, it may be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now, Ivan, when the pepper is definitely there, and you said kind of black pepper, is that cayenne pepper that I'm doing there?
When I'm trying to pick
paprika,
when I'm trying to pick up pepper notes, I think it falls into like two categories. It's either something in like the cayenne, like if you remember candies from our days, like Red Hots, like you remember
You're dating yourself.
Yeah, I know. So that like Red Hot.
Hey, you know
like,
what? That's allowed now. We have an open society.
Okay,
you can date yourself now. Okay.
And then I find the black pepper to be less sharp than the red.
Right.
So I find this to be black instead of the red.
Yeah, because it's an incredible, and in credit to the blender here, it's an incredible like dance that it's doing where it's peppery, but it doesn't blow you out of the water. You know what I mean? It's an amazing job how
that's called balance.
Yeah.
So the sweetness and the chocolatey and the wood notes, they're all sort of balancing out that pepper. And that's how that is a credit to the blender.
Yeah, it's an amazing,
but also, by the way,
amazing way to do that.
So the blender comes up with this, comes up with the blend, but then the rollers and the supervisors that are supervising those rollers have to make sure that blend is executed. So it's a credit to all of them. I mean, this is a fantastic cigar.
Yeah, I mean it's complex, and it does such a good little dance. And of course, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to labels. Two labels. Two bands.
Okay.
Two bands. The traditional Aganorsa guy holding the leaf, flexing.
Our leaf is our strength.
I shouldn't say guy. Someone flexing, and it's Aganorsa leaf, Nicaragua, the gold and black, very classic, very almost Greek mythology kind of thing.
Yeah,
and then underneath, kind of I go back to like Great Gatsby, the rare leaf, the fonts and everything. I like it. I like it. It's I'm not a big fan of two labels because it's just more things that get in the way. But as usual, the production, the packaging is excellent with this, and so far so good. It's interesting, especially for the first smoke of the day. It's interesting.
Yeah. So one of the things is if just calling back to Terence's press release quote. So he refers to the Aganorsa Select program. So you can only get Aganorsa Rare Leaf Reserve and Rare Leaf Reserve Maduro at Aganorsa Select retailers. So if your retailer doesn't carry Aganorsa or doesn't carry this particular Aganorsa, ask them about it, And probably check out Aganorsa's website. They've probably got a list of their retailers there. So, or reach out to Terence on social medias. He's very active, always.
This cigar is as it's gone on, now that I'm kind of like through the midway point, it's gotten so much better than when it first
you know what
started.
this cigar is? This
Really?
is like one of those movies like that's nominated for an Oscar that the movie starts and you're like, what is this?
Which one?
What is this? And then all of a sudden, as the movie, you're like, wow, that was pretty damn good.
You know, so here's the thing. I'll tell you the first time I smoked a cigar. So I hadn't had the Rare Leaf Reserve Maduro. So Terence and I, we follow English Premier League soccer. And so Terence joins me Terence is a Tottenham fan, but I'm an Arsenal fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have an Arsenal bar here in Miami. And we watch the matches with a bunch of different Arsenal fans. And
thanks for when you called me to invite me, my phone was off. That's why I didn't pick it up. Do you see how this guy is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we had a great day yesterday. But anyway, so I'm with Terence. And we're watching the match at the bar. That's the name of the place. And we're drinking tons of beer. And we win. We walk over to Galliano Cigar Room, which is right down the street from the bar.
Right.
And I go, dude, it's time. We can't smoke in the bar. You used to be able to, but nowadays you can't smoke in the bar. So
fascism.
So we go to Galliano, and he just goes into the humidor and brings one of these puppies out. I needed it like
breath in my soul.
Yeah. And so he brings that out, and I loved it so much. But I was pretty inebriated. So
what time was this? Not even noon?
That was probably about noon, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so, man, I enjoyed the cigar so much. So whatever, we say bye, whatever. And then the following week I'm here at work and I'm like, man, I really loved that freaking cigar that I had with Terence this weekend. So I got some for the office and everybody loved it. It is a fantastic, and so, which is exactly what happened here. However, Ivan didn't know he was smoking because he was smoking it blind. But it is a fantastic cigar. I can't say enough good things about it.
Look at the construction on yours.
I love it. It's
beautiful.
It is strong. No joke.
No, but I don't feel the strength anymore. And it didn't affect me. I haven't eaten since 7 p.m. yesterday. So, and it usually I have to have something to eat before I have a strong cigar. Mm-hmm. It hasn't affected me at all.
No, but
Terence, did you hear that?
But it still has to be said that it is strong. So you don't want someone who doesn't typically smoke a strong cigar to do this and think, oh yeah, the guys on the podcast smoked it and it was fine. No, it's got some power. I would say that it is 3/4 of those. So it's medium to full. I'm probably not full, but medium to full for sure.
Yeah.
But I love it.
By the way, this cigar, and sorry, Terence, I had my doubts. This cigar is amazing.
Why did you have doubts?
Well, because it was so powerful at the beginning. And for me, most of Terence's cigars are very strong and very, they get in your face. They're aggressive. But if you're able to sort of, navigate the deep waters of it all, at the end of the day, I mean, I've removed the first band, and it is this is an amazing stick.
Yeah,
it's an amazing stick.
And so some people out there will probably think, so why wasn't this in the top 25? So this is a limited edition cigar that's only available at those retailers. So I don't know if it's a candidate for top 25, but I don't think it is because it is limited.
Have you ever thought about doing a limited edition? Maybe a top 10?
That's a fair question, but
a top 10 maybe?
No, what happens is once you create a second list, now you've taken away the value of the first list. Oh. So the idea of our top 25 list is so that the cigars that are available on that list should be available to the majority of the country year round, right? And that's the way that we do the list.
Man of the people.
Yeah, we don't want our top 25 list to be unattainable. Mm-hmm. Like if like the number one cigar should be something that you can go out and buy, and that's our idea of it. So,
and Aganorsa made the top.
They were number 3.
with the
Aniversario Connecticut, which is, I'm no joke. I think it's the best Connecticut.
It's one of my
in the market
cigars
at the moment.
They make all of their cigars are great.
No, they're all
great. They
great.
make for themselves, the ones they make for everybody else. They're all great. Some are stronger than others. The Connecticut Aniversario is, forget about it.
It is a fantastic smoke.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
What does forget about it mean? Sometimes forget about it just means forget about it. Donnie Brasco.
All right, Jimmy, so give us a final verdict.
The rare leaf Maduro scared me at the onset when we first lit it. I'm always like,
I saw a
little gun shy when I come across an Aganorsa leaf, but as we progressed through the cigar, it turned creamier, it's smoother. I even put more notes. It has more sweetness as we smoked more of it. It's delicious. It's a very underrated cigar.
That is basically what I learned, that you were able to stomach this one.
Yeah.
Because that is a running joke. Terence, by the way, comes by the office. And I think
I was eating when I've gotten fucked up with Erik, with Terence.
We're going to bleep him out?
This is big boy radio. Big boy podcast.
So yeah, that is basically what I learned today, is that he was able to stomach this thing. And it is a powerful smoke, no joke. It is, but every time Terence comes by, that is the running joke. It's like, well, here, Erik, this is for you, and then this is for Ivan, and he'll give him something like
one of those little candy cigarettes. Here you go, buddy.
And so that, kudos to you, bro. All right, thanks for watching Cigar Snob on YouTube. If you enjoyed that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to check out more of our content, go to the channel and you'll see mail-time videos, podcasts, interviews with cigar insiders, and photo shoots with smoking hot models. And if you want even more Cigar Snob in your life, we will print a magazine and ship it straight to your house. It's a crazy idea, I know, but we're trying this out. CigarSnob.com to do that. And otherwise, we'll see you later.